Yuri Felshtinsky, Yuri Georgievich Felshtinsky, Russian, Yuri Georgievich Felshtinsky, born 7 September 1956 in Moscow, is a Russian-American historian. Felshtinsky has authored a number of books on Russian history, including The Bolsheviks and the Left SR Paris, 1985, Towards a History of Our Isolation, London, 1988, Moscow, 1991, The Failure of the World Revolution, London, 1991, Moscow, 1992, Blowing Up Russia with Alexander. Education. Felshtinsky's parents died when he was 17 years of age. He began studying history in 1974 at Moscow State Pedagogical University. A couple of years later, he decided to emigrate from the Soviet Union to Israel, traveling first to Vienna. But instead of going from Vienna to Israel, he went further to the United States, where he arrived in April 1978 and there subsequently continued his studies. He graduated from Brandeis University and earned his Ph.D. in history from Rutgers University. In 1993, he returned to Moscow and defended his Doctor of Science thesis at the Institute of Russian History of the Russian Academy of Sciences, becoming the first non-Russian citizen to earn a doctorate from a Russian university. Career. Felshtinsky has published a number of books on the history of the communist movement. In one of those books, Leaders the Mobsters, he described the Bolshevik Party as a mafia-like organization where almost no one died by a natural cause. According to Felshtinsky, the list of assassinations includes poisoning of Vladimir Lenin, Felix Dzerzhinsky, and Maxim Gorky by Genrikh Yagoda on orders from Joseph Stalin, murders of Mikhail Frunze, Vyacheslav Menjinsky, and Leon Trotsky, and the poisoning of Stalin by associates of Lavrentiy Beria. In 1998, Felshtinsky traveled back to Moscow in order to study the politics of contemporary Russia. At that time, he became acquainted with Alexander Litvinenko, a lieutenant colonel of the Federal Security Service (FSB). In 2000, Felshtinsky and Litvinenko began working on Blowing Up Russia, a book that describes the gradual appropriation of power in Russia by the security apparatus and details the FSB involvement in a series of terrorist acts that took place between 1994 and 1999. In August 2001, several chapters from Blowing Up Russia were published in a special edition of the newspaper Novaya Gazeta. In 2002, the book became the basis for a documentary film, Blowing Up Russia, also known as Assassination of Russia. Both the book and the documentary were officially banned in Russia for divulging state secrets. Until 2006, Felshtinsky continued working with Litvinenko on gathering additional materials documenting the FSB involvement in the apartment house bombings of September 1999. According to the authors, the bombings were committed by the Russian Federal Security Service (FSB) as a false flag operation intended to justify the Second Chechen War. In November 2006, Litvinenko died in London of acute radiation syndrome 3 weeks after being poisoned with polonium-210. See Poisoning of Alexander Litvinenko. In 2007, investigator Mikhail Trepushkin said that according to his FSB sources, everyone who was involved in the publication of the book Blowing Up Russia will be killed, and that 3 FSB agents had made a trip to Boston to prepare the assassination of Felshtinsky. After the death of exiled oligarch Boris Berezovsky, who sponsored the book, Felshtinsky suggested that Berezovsky was killed. List of selected publications. The Legal Foundations of the Immigration and Emigration Policy of the USSR 1917-1927, Glasgow, 1982. 1. The Bolsheviks and the Left SRs, Paris, 1985. Trotsky's Notebooks, 1933-1935. Writings on Lenin, Dialectics, and Evolutionism. New York, 1986 to 62. Towards a History of Our Isolation, London, 1988, Moscow, 1991. Conversations with Bakar in Moscow, 1993. Lenin, Trotsky, Stalin, and the Left Opposition in the USSR 1918–1928, Paris 1990. The Failure of World Revolution, London 1991, Moscow 1992. Big Bosses, Moscow 1999–3. Felshtinsky, Yuri Litvinenko, Alexander 2007. Blowing Up Russia. Translated from Russian by Jeffrey Andrews and Company. London, Gibson Square Books. ISBN 978-1-903933-95-4. Felshtinsky, Yuri Pribylovsky, Vladimir 2008. The Age of Assassins. The Rise and Rise of Vladimir Putin. London, Gibson Square Books. ISBN 978-1-906142-70. Pribylovsky, Vladimir. Felshtinsky, Yuri. The Operation Successor. A Political Portrait of Vladimir Putin, text online in Russian. Leaders, the Mobsters, text online in Russian. With Vladimir Pribylovsky, The Corporation. Russia and the KGB in the Age of President Putin. ISBN 1-59403-246-7. Encounter Books, 25 February 2009. Description. Felshtinsky, Yuri 26 October 2010. Lenin and His Comrades, The Bolsheviks Take Over Russia 1917–1924. New York, Enigma Books. ISBN 978-1-929631-95-7. Description. Boris Gulko, Yuri Felshtinsky, Vladimir Popov, Viktor Korchnoi, The KGB Plays Chess, The Soviet Secret Police, and the Fight for the World Chess Crown. Russell Enterprises, Inc., 2011, ISBN 1-888690-75-5. Yuri Felshtinsky, Vladimir Popov, From Red Terror to Mafia State, Russia's State Security and the Struggle for World Domination. Encounter Books, 2022, ISBN 1-641,772-55-7. Interviews. Interview with experts. In Russian. Radio Liberty. 3 November 2007. Mar, Andrew 4 February 2007. The Litvinenko Affair. BBC News. Retrieved 31 December 2009.